Hello and welcome to this video presentation on Microsoft Power BI Part 2. So this presentation is basically for the undergraduate engineering students who are exploring the courses like the data analytics and machine learning. So myself Dr. Kondekar from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. So in the earlier video for Power BI we talked about what are the different modules available. So now let us try to differentiate between the two options, like you have a module called as isolated system power desktop, which works on isolated system like Microsoft Power BI desktop, and then Power BI services. So basically the things are like one thing can be work in the offline mode, another works in the online mode. So basically this Power BI desktop version will allow you to connect these different data sources. Okay, and then you can have the transformation of that data into different models, and then this application you can use and different multiple sources, and you can work with these multiple sources, various features which we talked about like pivot table, then data query, power query, all those features are available with this Power Desktop also. But then this you can work in the offline mode. But if you talk about the Power BI services, Power BI services is a cloud-based approach. So where some cloud storage, cloud computing power will be assigned to you, and then you can use those services, and by using those services you can have the visualizations, you can interact with the various reports, and then basically it is a SaaS type of software as a service type of application called as Power BI service. So here you have limited data resources and you need to pay based on your subscription. So this Power BI service has lesser features as compared to this Power BI desktop part. So again coming to this important features of this Microsoft Power BI. So basically this is a business intelligence tool used for the analysis and creating some interesting interactive visualizations and dashboards, and whatever visualizations you create, so those visualizations you can have embedding of those visualizations in different applications, or you can have those visualizations added in on your websites also. So multiple functions, multiple visualization, different kind of visualizations and charts are possible with this Power BI tool. So and then talking about the data sources means you can have multiple data sources generating the data, and you can get that data, you can find some relationship also between the data, and you can have the visualization. So basically Microsoft is not the only company providing you this business intelligence tools. So there are some competitors also, and this small comparison between the what modules available via different competitors, like Google has a module called as Google Data Studio, then there is this Tableau. So Tableau is one of the again popular widely used visualization tool. So Salesforce is manufacturing this particular tool. So this small comparison between the different tools available for this business intelligence and analytics. So basically when you are working with these tools, so your position may be like you are data analyst or business analyst. So these are the various steps you need to carry when you are making the analysis. So the step starts with, first you have to get the data. Maybe sometimes if required you need to have some pre-processing on the data, then analyze for that, whether pre-processing is required, what kind of pre-processing is required, look at the quality of the data, different quality parameters are there. So are there any duplicate values, are there any redundant values, are there any outlier values, are there any inconsistent values, are there any noisy values. So these quality parameters you can use, and you can analyze the quality of the data. And once you are satisfied with the quality of the data, then you can create different visualizations, and then those visualizations can be forming some kind of dashboard, multiple visualizations on the same page, and later maybe those visualizations can be published and you can have the collaboration, you can have sharing of those visualizations with the other people also. And most importantly, remember whatever visualizations are created here are interactive visualizations. So these are the various steps which you have to follow as a business analyst. So these things again in detail we will be talking in next slides. So very first step is get the data. So when you want to make the analysis, the data is the most important component. So what you have to do is you have to connect this tool with the source of the data. You have to mention from where you are getting the data. Sometimes data is available in the simple CSV file, comma separated values file, sometimes in the Excel file, sometimes the for applications like sentiment analysis, the text information is available like feedback received for a particular product. Okay, so you have to get that data, maybe data you are getting from different sensors, maybe sometimes data you are getting via cloud. And then what you have to look at is you have to look at the quality of the data. Sometimes you need to have some transformations on the data and try to clean that data also. So it is most important thing that if you get the data, don't use that data directly for the visualization. First look at the quality of the data, and then if you do some pre-processing before having the visualizations, more and more meaningful, insightful, impactful visualizations you can have after this particular step called as data pre-processing. So you can have that live connectivity also, where the sensor in real time sensor is generating that data, and that data is getting captured and then it is visualized also in real time. So after getting that data, you need to have the analysis of the data. So there are various features where you can create different models. You can have the interconnectivity, like if you look at here, different data attributes are there, different models are there, and those are connected, and then those connectivities are forming a data model combinedly, and then you can have some meaningful insights from this particular model in terms of visualizations. When you want to visualize this data, again this Power BI offers you different kinds of visualizations, maybe different bar plots, scatter plot, pie plot. Sometimes you want to have that plot called as box plot. So all those facilities are available, maps you can have. So whatever data you have pre-process it, and then after forming the proper models of the data, you can have the different kind of visualizations. So and with the visualization you can provide different insights in context of your business. So once the visualizations are ready, so sometimes you need to have just visualizations, sometimes you need to have those visualizations available on some web pages, or those visualizations should be available through or should be accessible via some applications. So that is the next step where you want to publish. So sometimes you want to publish directly to the application, or sometimes it is published onto the cloud, and through cloud all other people can have the access of those visualizations. Most important is you can have the automatic refresh, like some data values are changing, so accordingly the data visualizations will also change. So that's automatic data refresh is one of the important feature. So these different packages are available where you can generate the reports for different apps, and then you can have the control and manage different activities as an admin. So the administration of those visualizations is also possible. And then at the end, after publishing, sometimes you want to have the collaboration also, means different organizations may be interested in having some access of your data set. So what can be done is you can have a managed access of the reports which are being generated. So different administrative levels are there. So at different levels of the administration, different insights can be made accessible. So that is part of collaboration, where what you can do is you can enable the users to ask the data insights, and then automatically based on the rights available to you, you can get the insights and in terms of the visualizations. So this provides you this facility of connection with the live connection to your Power BI models via Access via Excel and the Power BI desktop also. So this is a workflow. Basically how Power BI works is like different data sources are there, and those data sources are getting connected to this tool, and then different services based on your requirement. So different gateways are there, and then what you can do is this Power BI, this desktop can generate some dashboards, and those things can be published, and then those can be made accessible in the form of different web pages or for different applications also. So this is a broader view how exactly this Power BI works in terms of its architecture. So this Power BI has a good integration with different tools, Microsoft tools also. So you can have the integration, and these interactions or the interactive visualizations can have collaboration with the different services like this Microsoft services like this Visio, then Team, this Microsoft Excel, and etc. So for fully interactive reports, so what you can do is you can have those reports integrated into your SharePoint websites also. So this has good integration with this Excel tool also, Power BI and Excel. So it can easily aggregate these objects from multiple Excel files, Excel sheets into the same dashboard. So this is talking about the integration of the Power Apps. So what it does is take action within that Power BI app and then adds Power Apps to this Power BI. So this is where you can start with this, exploring this quite interesting, useful, wonderful and insightful tool for business intelligence and analysis. So these are the resources where you can have the download for the installation for this tool, and then you can have this installation and you can explore the various facilities available via this particular tool. So these are the various references used for the video presentation. Thank you.